Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. Between episodes, I did some more AFK fishing and cooking. It's up to 59 fishing, 61 cooking. All of that training was excessive for what we're doing today, because I already had all the levels I needed for Hero's Quest. All the quests, quest points, and skills. And also, I collected the items I need. Black armor from shops in Varrock. A rune pickaxe, because we might as well have the best pickaxe that we can get. Also, I plan to do some mining eventually, so just having this available is worth it. And one Harlander potion, unfinished. The rest of the items we can get during the quest, so that'll work out. We just need to start here with Aketes. Sure. At the Heroes Guild. We are a great hero, so we're going to apply to join their guild. We meet the requirements, so now all we need to do is complete the tasks required to earn membership. We need to find 3 items: an Entranin Firebird Feather, a Master Thief's Armband, and a cooked lava eel. We have everything we need to do so. For the armband, we have thief references over in Varrock. For the feather, the Entranin Firebird lives on Entrana, which is going to be a whole thing for us. And the third item, a lava eel. Go talk to somebody that knows about fishing. More than enough for us to go on. So I think I will start with the armband. Back here at the Black Arm Gang hideout. Apparently, nobody either realized or cared that we took their half of the Shield of Arav. But I guess technically that could be some props towards us becoming a Master Thief. In order to do that, we need to do something amazing. Thief related. And so we're going for the top prize. In Brimhaven, there is a candlestick. Being very securely guarded in a pirate leader's base. We already have some operatives over in Brimhaven, so they should be able to help us out a bit. We even have a secret password for leafed clover. Very cool. Well, let's get over there. We were given an address of where this Black Arm Gang base is here, but there's no street signs. So we just got here in the end. Grubber, 4-leaf clover. And now we can come inside. They've got an imp inside, so that's something. I am looking to get that candlestick. And they've made some progress towards that goal, even before we got here. The main problem is that there's keys to the treasure room being carried by Grip, the head guard. In order to get those keys, they have collected some information that a Black Knight is going to be joining the pirates here. And they have stolen his ID papers. So now, we can impersonate that Black Knight, and with the ID papers, we can get inside. Important information. Our name is Hartigan. If you're going to be disguising yourself as somebody else, pretty important to remember your name. There's Grip. The head guard is level 22, apparently. Slightly stronger than the other guards, I guess. But still weaker than a regular pirate, so... Anyways, if we want to get in here, disguised as a Black Knight, we should wear full black armor. Here's my papers. Let me in. Easy as that. Of course, the plan is not to kill Grip with all the other guards here. We're just working our way into this organization. We are in here as a guard, joining all the other pirate guards. And our duties are on various shifts. The head guard has the important keys, like the one to the treasure room, and the personal quarters. Nothing bad's going to happen to Grip anytime soon, he assumes. So since we're here, let's take any jobs they have. And they have a key that they don't know what it's for. So I'm just going to take that key and leave. And hand it off to another person who is going to take that key and run into the pub here, back through the back, and use it on this door here. The reason that they never found what that key is for is because it's to a different part of the building for some reason. Very random. Now we come in here and search Grip's private drinks cabinet, which he doesn't appreciate, but all these extra pirates are in the way. We need to clear out these pirate guards so we can get Grip inside this room. Apparently, nobody's mad about me murdering my fellow employees, so that's the thing that's happening. But I still can't kill Grip because reasons, I guess. Grip's coming in. He's locked in here with me. And for whatever reason, I've decided I cannot attack the head guard. There's too many witnesses, which I already murdered. And I want the promotion. I'm going to become the head guard, whether anyone tries to stop me or not. Luckily, we can just shoot him through the wall here. And he's dead. And we get the key ring, which is nice. I guess technically he died, so we got the promotion by virtue of us picking up his key ring. So I guess that counts. But with that, we can get into the treasure room here and grab ourselves some candlesticks. 2 candlesticks, which we are nice enough to bring one over to the other person, which is me. Interestingly, you can do a lot of this quest with accounts that have already done it, which does make things easier. The reason we went with the Black Arm Gang on this account is because it's easier to get a fresh account to do the Phoenix Gang portion of Shield of Arav. But there we go. 1 candlestick. Don't need this keyring anymore. Don't need this black armor anymore. That is 1 for 3. So next, let's get the lava eel. For information about lava eels, we need to go to a fishing expert. And who better than a fishing shop owner? How do you catch a lava eel? Also, where are a lava eel? They're pretty tricky. We need a lava-proof fishing line. Sounds pretty difficult. Need an ordinary fishing rod covered in fireproof blemish oil. And he already has the slime, which is convenient. We just need to mix it with our Harlander unfinished and put it on a fishing rod. Also a good day for him. He has fishing rods, so we're just going to buy one. And some fishing bait. The reason you need to get the snail slime from him instead of just going to a snail is because Hero's Quest predates Mauritania by quite a few years. So at this point, there were no snails to go get some slime from. So here we are. Blemish oil, which, unlike the potion that knocks you out in Romeo and Juliet, we decide not to drink this one. Instead, we'll use it on the fishing rod to get the oily fishing rod. Now, we just need to go get some lava eels. They live in lava. And there are 2 choices here. We could either trek out to the middle of the lava maze in the wilderness, or just go to Taverley Dungeon. One of those is far safer. We went for the Taverley Dungeon, obviously. Right down here. And then using our fantastic levels in agility, we can just squeeze straight through this pipe here. Don't need to run around the entire dungeon. Don't need to go get a key. It really is just that easy. And then right down here, past some more baby dragons, we've got some lava with a fishing spot in it. And so here we will find the lava eels and a random event. 240 coins. Oh boy. That is a very small percentage of the amount of money we have. Just shy of 2.4 million, and that's 240. Yeah, not much. But there is a raw lava eel. I guess it's just raw by technicality here, since they live in the lava. Very strange. Eels swimming in lava. Well, there is still a chance that we manage to burn the eel that lives in the lava. So I'm going to get some backup eels, just to make sure we don't need to do a second trip here. With a much higher cooking level than the quest required, and 10 eels, we should be able to manage this. There we go, first one. Not even a problem. These lava eels will be okay. Fairly useful for the rest of the quest. We just need the one of them to actually turn in at the end. So that's okay. So let's move that down here. And we can just drop the oily fishing rod. If we need to, we can make another one. Or we probably don't need to. So now, there's only one item left. The Entranin Firebird feather. 2 parts to this. Getting to the feather and being able to pick it up when we get there. So we'll deal with the latter first. The journey to picking up a feather starts over here at White Wolf Mountain. A big wolf is trying to kill us, so instead we will mine through a rock slide. Now we have sort of a maze to deal with. Not really. There's only like a few ways to go. South ladder first. Head south. Then back up this ladder over here. Which also brings you over here to some ice giants, which is nice. Down the eastern ladder. And then you're pretty much good to go. We could do a bit of like prayer flicking, protect from melee, or bring armor, perhaps. But that's not really necessary. We got all of these extra lava eels, which we can eat. Also brings up the question of how we cooked the lava eel. It looks colder now that it's been cooked. I would say the only thing that really makes sense for that to make sense is that the eels, when they were alive, were in some way magical to be able to live in the lava in the first place. So once they were dead, they just became eel, which is then cookable. Sure, let's go with that. Now we're out here on another section of the mountain. And back down again to the other side, where we can find a whole bunch of ice warriors and the Ice Queen. A bit of protect from melee will do wonders here, as this is, in fact, a multi-combat zone. Yeah, if we can't hit the Ice Queen very well, we're going to need to lure her back behind something so we don't have to tank all the Ice Warriors. Our gear is also not ideal here. Basically, we're coming in here with a Dragon Scimitar, Power Amulet, and Arty Cloak. since none of our other equipment is doing much for us. But we are 82 combat, so I think we'll be able to manage. Dragon Scimitar is pretty good. Try as they might, the Ice Warrior Guards cannot save their queen. And we will reign victorious here. With one more slash. And down she goes. And we get Ice Gloves. Perfect for picking up fiery things. And now we can just leave here. But now, the hard part. We are sitting here with everything we need to get this done very quickly. Unfortunately, it is not going to be that easy. Instead of just banking everything, going to Entrana, punching a chicken, and winning, we need to be a little more creative. We can't even just do the previous thing that we've done when we want to go to Entrana and just put a bunch of our stuff on a table. Nope. There is one more step that we need to take here. And that is the looting bag. Inside here, we have a rune axe. And that is not allowed on Entrana. And such, we cannot bring the looting bag. If we did not have the rune axe in there, things would actually be a bit easier. Because then we should be able to bring the looting bag. Since besides the axe, we only have herbs and runes and seeds and potions. And those are all perfectly acceptable. So what we need to do now is get that axe out of the looting bag. This would be the time where a regular Ultimate Iron Man would go kill themselves. And then you could use that drop pile and everything be easy. No such luck. What we need to do is destroy the looting bag in the wilderness, which then will drop all the items in a pile visible to everyone in the wilderness. And then we need to quickly pick everything up and not die in the wilderness, while everyone can see all of our cool stuff. Currently we have 1.2 million coins worth of stuff in here, mostly in Ranar seeds and Ranars. And we have 12 inventory spaces, and then a 13th once we destroy the looting bag, I guess. So we should be good to go to do this. I'm going to protect from melee on the insanely off chance that somebody comes and tries to spec us out. And then if we get teleblocked, we walk back to the ditch. If we get frozen, we teleport. And we have teleports available. So if it comes with a dark bow, we might be in trouble, but the likelihood of basically any of these is very low. But it's also a hardcore account, walking out into the wilderness. So you have to take some precautions. There's also the option to box a skeleton, but that's also very close to where people would be going to the abyss, and they might see our pile of things we're trying to pick up. So we're just going to come over here and hope for the best, I guess. Out into the wilderness. We're in the wilderness. Destroy looting bag. Says the contents will be lost. Not the case. All on the ground. Nobody's around. Stuff's on the ground. And that is everything. Okay. Now that we have these nature runes back, I'm just going to go ahead and alch this full black we don't need. For inventory space purposes, I suppose. And now, we can go to Entrana. Oh boy. To get on Entrana, we need to have no combat items on us. So we come up here to this table and start putting stuff on the table. Our staff, our amulet, our tools, and the dragon scimitar. Valuable, so we're going to put it on the table. Well, there are two combat items which cannot be put on a table. Namely the Dragon Staff and the Arty Cloak. Luckily, this trip to Entrana is short enough that we can store these on the ground for a minute or two. So we run onto Entrana, quickly cross the gangplank, and sprint north. Because we have a bird to punch. And we are on punch. Perfect. You don't need to be on punch. I'm just going to punch it. You can also kick the bird. These are options. We've got our ice gloves ready to go. You don't need the ice gloves to punch the bird, just to pick up the feather. Although you could say that probably would hurt your hands if you're punching the thing that you can't pick up without burning your hands afterwards. But there is the fire feather. Perfect. And after that, we don't need the ice gloves anymore. Well, at least for right now. So we're going to drop those and leave the island. Where we can go back to Port Sarim and pick up all our stuff off the ground and table. One staff, one cloak, and back over with Brian. Assuming no one has come along and picked everything up. The rest of our things. And safe. Perfect. And now, we have everything we need to finish Hero's Quest. But first, Tears of Guthix. Because this is going to give experience in Herblore, getting us to level 33. And if we would have finished the quest first, that would have given Herblore experience, and then that would have made Herblore not our lowest skill. And that would have been no good for anything. Since we have all of our herbs out of our bag currently, we'll be able to do some Herblore here. That's going to get us more experience too. We've got many other skills that are the low 30s at this rate. I don't feel like training all of them just to get tiers in Herblore. And Herblore is going to be a big focus. So that's going to be probably the last tiers that go into Herblore for quite a while. But now, moments after finishing Tears of Guthix, We actually have to do one more bit here before we can actually finish Hero's Quest. It was going to be one of the fastest possible times between completing Tears of Guthix and being eligible for next week. But we actually need to bring this candlestick back in order to get the Master Thief's armband. These are equivalent things. You would think it would count. Well, that's okay. Here's the candlestick. I really did it. I'm great. Master Thief armband. And of course, instead of wearing this to prove our master thievery, we can just flaunt our 89 thieving, which is much better. And now we can go turn in Hero's Quest. Because now we actually have the 3 required items. So we just head down here and turn in the items for entry to the Heroes Guild. And 29,000 XP spread over 12 separate skills. I guess there wasn't enough space in this interface to show all 12. 34 ranged, 34 Herbler, 41 smithing. And there we go. Not bad. Now we have access to the Heroes Guild here. We got a blue dragon, some rune rocks, Fountain of Heroes for charging glories and such. And then upstairs, we have some useful things. We've got the Dragon Mace and Dragon Battle Axe. Dragon Battle Axe will be useful later for training combat in combination with the potions from the Warrior's Guild, offsetting the negatives of its special attack. But for now, we are heroes now. And what would a hero do? Help out the Easter Bunny, of course. Hello, Easter Bunny. What ridiculous problems are you having this year? He's out here, in the desert, trying to deliver chocolate eggs. But it's too hot, so they keep melting. Which is not ideal. So we need to figure out a way to get chocolate eggs not to melt. He was actually trying to solve the problem himself. Came over here to Alcarid to ask them about what they do to keep their foods from deteriorating in the harsh desert sun. But he only got as far as coming over here and talking to Karim before people started freaking out about the giant talking rabbit. So now he's just going to stay over there, closer to the river where it's colder, and we can deal with this whole issue. I just walk into a kebab shop and tell them that the Easter Bunny told me to talk to him. Apparently, he wasn't actually scared. He was just a little surprised. So, unfortunate first interaction between them. But either way, we're here to help. So we need to figure out how to transport some chocolate in the desert. But he doesn't have many answers for us, since he just does kebabs, and kebabs don't really melt. So instead, we're going to take his advice and go ask Shantae over at Shanty Pass. Shantae knows quite a bit about desert heat. What with having this whole bottleneck into the desert and all the various desert-related equipment that he offers. For chocolate, though, he's not too sure. But he does have another lead that we can go try. Ali Morrisane. Back in the market. He deals with all sorts of people all over the world. So if anybody's going to have an idea, should be him. Ali. I am trying to transport chocolate in the desert. Any ideas? He's got something. But ever the businessman that he is, it's not going to be free. So in return, we just need to do a quick favor. And go get a report from a nearby person. His associate. And some special hot sauce should help. He's down over near the water. And now we can go find him because he is in hiding. There's a suspicious, noisy crate over here. Hello? And the crate can talk. Suspicious. You're the associate Ali Morrisane wanted me to come talk to. Just give me the report so I can get on with the stuff. You're being very strange in your crate. But he wants me to prove that Ali sent me. And all I have is this hot sauce. It's special hot sauce. So, maybe? It smells so bad that it literally burns. His nose is on fire. But it's great. They're enjoying it. Only Ali Morrisane would have this hot sauce. So that's proof enough to him, I guess. But we need to do a favor for the box as well. They want a super hot kebab. Easy enough. Going back to the kebab seller. Since we already have the special hot sauce. It's hot to the touch. I should probably be wearing gloves to handle this. My goodness. Let's try to drink it. Do not want to drink any of this. We are learning our lesson. We are learning our lesson about drinking random things. Fantastic. Now that is character growth. 1 insane super hot kebab, please. It's not for me. My goodness, it's not for me. Even for the kebab, you should probably wear gloves. Devastating. Super hot kebab. Makes your eyes burn just looking at it. If Crate Guy wants it, I guess. How are we going to get this inside of the crate? We just need to push it through a gap. Corner of the crate moves over slightly. So we squish the kebab through a tiny hole. And the hot sauce gets all over our fingers. That's problematic. Enjoy, you crazy, crazy guy. You okay? They're just in the box, screaming, as per usual. It's like lava and a supernova combined. And it's exactly what they wanted. Well, this has all worked out for everyone, I guess. We've got the secret report now. Very secretive. And besides having insanely hot sauce on our fingers, everything's good to go. I'm back to Allie. Okay. Here is your secret report. I think I really liked hot sauce. Really enjoyed that. Very useful to have brought that over. Anyways, about that whole chocolate melting deal that we're trying to deal with. He has no experience. Good start. What a great trade this has been. But he does have something. Another trader out in the desert sells chalk ices. Chocolate with camel milk ice cream in the middle to keep it cool. So that is as good of an idea as we've gotten so far. Let's go tell the Easter Bunny. I return with information. Chocolate with ice cream in the middle. Should be doable. His Easter eggs are already hollow, so that's also beneficial. So now, we just need to go get the camel milk for making the ice cream. And we've got a very big bucket. It's like a wooden bucket, but bigger. Fantastic. And now the part where we talk to a camel. Camel, I need camel milk. Can I have some? The camel looks at me, trying to communicate that yes, I can. Big bucket on a camel. Big bucket of camel milk. Do we drink the camel milk? No. This is the self-restraint you'll love to see. 1 bucket of camel milk returned. Now we just need to make this into ice cream. Freezing it. And how are we going to do that? I can't freeze things. Easter Bunny can't. So we're going to go track down a powerful magician in the wilderness. A risky idea, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's go. Phoebe, K? PK? Something like that. Looks like a powerful magician. Can you help us freeze a bucket of camel milk? They've got a freezing spell. And for payment, we'll give them a bag of chocolate chips. Now we're going to follow them out into the wilderness. A totally safe idea. Here comes some freezing magic. And this guy. And he's dead. We managed to dodge out of the way there, so that's good. The milk is frozen. XI, please pet dogs. XIX is dead. The Easter Bunny is very wounded. But I guess we got what we asked for. And he telegrabbed the chocolate chips. And they're gone. And the Easter Bunny is also gone. So now we're just out here in the wilderness. And then we run all the way back to Alcarid. Not all the way to the Easter Bunny. That would be too easy. We gotta do a little work here, I guess. It really was very rude leaving me in the middle of the wilderness like that. But I guess it's fair. All sorts of strange people out there. Anyways, we've gotten our frozen camel milk. And it is no good. It's a giant block of ice milk. Not exactly ice cream. So this is not going to work. So instead, we need to actually make ice cream. We need a churn. To hold the milk, mix it around, keep the thing cold. So, easy enough. There's a big pile of rubbish out here. Used to belong to the tanner. So we can go ask Ellis about it. If we check here, we can see that's his. So we can ask to possibly borrow some junk back there. For making ice cream, some of this could be useful for us. It's got a big vat, a wheel for turning things around, poles, some strong washing lines to tie things together. Decent enough. A good start, at least. For the metal parts, I want to talk to Zeke. And the vat is horribly stained with various tanning chemicals. So, should probably look into getting that cleaned. I don't think the Easter Bunny is into food poisoning. Doesn't seem like something he'd want. So Ali Morrisane possibly has something to work with that. So we can do that. Zeke, I need something to mix ice cream with. And he has just the ticket. Some less than acceptable steel scimitars. Since he can't sell them or anything, we can just have them for free. Fairly blunt scimitars. Nice big pile. Good enough. Good enough. And then Ali over here. I need to clean tanning chemicals out of a vat in my quest to bring chocolate to the desert. He has a product that can do just that. A magical cleaning potion from Falador. This is a reference to the previous Christmas event, It's just mulled wine with holly in it. We already know it works from personal experience. So we've got the magical cleaning potion. Now we just search through the pile of junk, take what we need. The washing line, the wheel, the vat, and the pole. Clean up the vat so it's magically cleaned. Very good. Then combine all this stuff together to make an ice cream churn. Looks very good. This should be able to make ice cream. But we need it to be cold. So it's back to this mage again. Could you freeze our ice cream churn? Totally safe. We've learned nothing from our previous attempts out here. And there's this stuff on the ground. Fantastic. He's coming back. And he is dead again. How and why does this keep happening? Anyways, I'm going to go now. It's very cold, but please don't use fire magic. I'll be fine. Four scimitars, placed on a wheel, placed in a vat that's freezing my hands off. Yep. That's what we have. Let's make this ice cream. Okay. Easter Bunny. Let's do this. Perfectly frozen. Ready to go. There's the camel milk. Plop this down. Add the milk. And let's... wait. We're going to add chocolate chips. Making some chocolate chip ice cream. Fantastic. Very nice. Perfect. Ice cream completed. And a taste test. Lovely. Quite a bit of work to get to this point. But now we have what we need. Except one more thing. The ice cream will be good enough to keep them cool while they're being eaten. But the actual transportation is another thing entirely. So we need a nice, cool crate. Like the suspicious guy that we talked to earlier was in. Which is good for them. Because if it was a hot crate in the desert, eating a hot kebab, it would have been even worse. How are you being cool in there? It's ice coolers. From Slayer Masters. Very, very doable. We need to turn around so we don't see them giving one of their ice coolers to us. Opening the crate for us a moment. But that will work. Why we didn't just start with ice coolers in the first place? Good question. I guess the desert heat is just too hot. Even if you brought them there in a cooler, it would still melt before you could enjoy it. And that's just not up to the Easter Bunny standards. Now, it's time to test. our ice cream filled delicacy. We've got 2 Easter eggs in the cooler. One of them normal, and one of them ice cream filled. So before we get into whole mass production, we need to at least get an idea that this whole thing is actually going to work. So we're heading back to Shantae Pass, the hottest area nearby, without risking our lives out in the desert, to give them a good test here. We've got regular, which should melt rather quickly, and our prototype, which we hope doesn't. And it's already melted. So we've already gotten proof that the ice cream one works longer. Now I just need to wait a little bit to make sure it isn't just a tiny amount. So we're going to wait. So far, so good. It's not melted yet. Still solid. Could just eat it right now. Looking egg-shaped. Still. Okay, that's long enough. Hasn't melted even in all that extra time. So I'm going to call this a huge success. Great news. It worked perfectly. And now, we just need a name for our new creation. Instead of something ridiculous, we're just going to call them Easter eggs. And the ice cream can be a fun surprise. And it finally melted. Took ages. Very good. Now, mass production can begin. Hand over the cooler. And that is holiday event complete. We get music tracks, emotes, all the previous year's worth of rewards, and the newest rewards here in our inventory. A propeller cap and a door shield from last year. This year we get a nice Easter hat. Got some flowers on it. And a crate ring, which drops a crate on us, which we then hide in. Very fun. All right. Hiding in the crate. Very sneaky. And now, we need to figure out what we're going to do next time. It's going to be dealing with this inventory. Next time. Goodbye.